funny. Oh boy.
I forgot to join the PC.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, cool. I got the right food too. I'm gonna be doing so much damage.
He's 10 seconds with a dancer? So,
Nobody stop. Don't be spread. Before spread. Spread. Can we see? Monoxide. One. Two. Fire lightning left. Fire lightning right. Okay, wipe. Someone moved preemptively before the last tether got placed, and they ended up being on the left side and then got tethered to the right, so people went the wrong way. Oh, gosh.
Are you? Kyle, if you are okay, hold on. I put my stuff here every time. I'll move it here. If you're too far, this should cover the thing, no? Didn't have to. You might not be getting one of my heals on. I'll just move it. It's okay. I'll move it. It's not biggie.
Is that where you put it when Ziz was?
Yeah, always. Yeah, I always, well, on 4, right? Like, I'm sorry, on D. But I want to pull, but like here, right on the marker is where I put it. I can move it. Like, let's say this is D. I'll move it here, like halfway, a little bit.
Oh, just a little bit closer.
Yeah, to make sure that it's hitting Kaya. I hope I'm saying that right. That is hitting our beautiful pickup. So.
For like Conga, yeah.
Is there far away even though where Sis was? Okay. Yeah, I'll just move it. I'll adjust. I'll move it. I'll keep an eye on it this round.
Fred? Nailed these staff. Before staff. Staff. Blue safe. Fire lightning left. Double fire right. Knock back.
You have to wall, Bianca said.
Oh, whoops. Yeah. Unfortunately, that muscle memory that says press the dash button after you knock back and not hold no. Dash back to the subline or something like that. That's all. Fred? Oh, he's Fred. Spread. Staff. Red safe. Double fire left. Fire lightning right. Out, swap, 2-4. Going towards purple.
I don't have my shields up for spreads, by the way, because I used it here just to make sure.
Partners. LR. Remember, we always go clockwise, not counterclockwise. 2 Zen. Then spreads. We're dead. No, that wasn't just you, Franklin. So, in Southside, we only had 3 people in this deck. I don't know if you were South Keo. I have names turned off during combat. But someone started going towards 3, and then 2 other people followed them, and by the time we got over here, someone fell behind, and we only had 3 in this deck, and we took a lot more damage than we were supposed to, then we had damage down. Someone else died somewhere else. I only know what happens outside because that's all I pay attention to when I'm Southside. But everyone should always be going like over by 4 and 2, like just to the edge of the circle. Never go over by 3 and 1. Never go to the right looking 1. Always go to the left looking 1. Okay. Yeah, if you notice you're the one with the stack marker above your head, you can kind of place yourself in the middle of all of everyone so everyone gets hit by it, but in all reality, everyone should be stacked up pretty closely together anyways. The only person who could maybe be lagging behind would logically be the person dropping the puddles, but I just know it was... I noticed it because when I dropped my 4th puddle on 3, I was coming over here and there were 3 people next to me. Okay. Was there anything else that happened north side that we need to address? Because like I said, I only paid attention to south side. Okie dokie. Brad? I'll be spread again. Easy, spread. Spread. Red safe. Double fire left. Fire lightning right. Knock back. Hold.
Oop.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Yeah, we'll keep going to practice LR, but we're not gonna hit damage check probably. I'm not even gonna be able to 1 minute during this. I'm gonna get like 1 juice at the end and then the rest is gonna be crap.
You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna crit so hard, it's not even gonna matter, Kami. And you're like, oh my god. You're gonna be like the crit queen.
I'm not gonna get any of my 1 minute.
Okay, now you're just like pushing it.
I'm really not. It just came out. Don't just walk too far now.
Oh, Bianca's gone. Can we
swap? Wasn't it swap 2-4?
No.
wasn't swap.
Oh, sorry.
I said, okay, it's fine. We were panicking about... I was panicking about not even getting a 1 minute, so that's my fucking fault, I suppose.
No, you're fine. Cool.
Please keep an eye on the health bar. You see 1%, stop everything for the love of God, you know? Friend? It'll be staff. One through stack. Stack. Blue safe. Double fire left. Lightning fire right. Please be careful. Stay out. Ben, feel free. Yep. Kill. Yeah, I noticed. I've done. We've both done that several times, man. I'm guessing you were just a GCD ahead on that dash. And swap 2-4. First, light party 1 will slide over after. Move over, hopefully it disappears.
You got it?
I don't know how I didn't die there. Holy shit. My bad.
Yeah, we're just done.
Cool.
Pretty sure Van uses something there and I don't have anything other than reprisal for it. Yeah. So that and a tank elf are missing.
Oh, cheap.
Take is OP. Beautiful field. Alright.
Really good. It's kind of tough because we can't really use a lot of room on that part.
It's okay. I should have popped my wings like I did before. I just wasn't thinking.
Fred? Don't be spread again. Before spread. Stop. Blue safe. Double lightning left. All lightning. Knockback. I'm sorry, man. That was me.
Oh, I used Caracol by accident.
What do you use Caracol on?
Yeah,
What?
this part. I used it by accident early.
No. I said do you use it on anything right now that I need to know?
Yeah, this part.
This part? Okay, that's fine.
Oh, no swap 2-4. Going to red. Oh.
Oh.
Small themselves, yeah. I did that last night.
What the fuck? I've never done that before.
I've never. Yeah.
Yo, I'm so sorry. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, I blame my fat ass because I'm a bunny right now, so my bad. And she has bigger feet than my aura. Damn, that sucks.
Crazy. Dark magic. Yes. All the dark magic, yeah. I'm not actually a bun right now.
Like, what are you?
Look at.
That's hilarious.
I'm still in my cat art right now. Back. So funny seeing a giant axe every once in a while. It'll be stacked. AC. Stack. Stack again. Yeah. Very true, very true. Blue safe. Double lightning left. Fire lightning right. Knockback. Yep. Oh. And swap 1-3. Going to yellow.
close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
Brad?
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow
I'll swing
turns
to
to
Annie
sun
up in 2
rays.
seconds for that.
Yeah, I can. I had the rest. Alright, picked up. Here, sorry.
Sadly, someone dying right before the stacker spread gets someone else killed, at least one. Do we know what got them? Just damage? Reflected sidekick and Ocelot, yeah.
I was gonna say because I thought everyone was top. Okay.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go
Red?
through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
Don't be stacked.
And we'll grow in number, fuel
Easy.
them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow
Fred?
in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to
Please say.
thousands. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways. And on
Double fire left. Double lightning right.
If you can pot here, I would do it. Bianca does. Oh, okay. No. Well, I already pot.
Knock back. Keep hitting it.
I was right!
Almost.
Damn it, Lance! Yo, my hands are sweaty! I was like, it's so close! Oh, unfortunate.
It died, it's just, technically we can get hit by the 9,999 damage and still live, but it has to die the moment it damages us. It's possible, it's just really stupidly tight. Has to be like the framey dyes. Brad? It'll be stock. What third stack?
Hi, Lance.
That was a weird one where it was a double adjust for tank and melee too.
It's okay, Bianca. We've all been.
It'll be stock. It'll be stock. One through stock. Red. Blue safe. Lightning fire left. Fire lightning right. No, swap DB and swap DB. Sorry. Yeah, get words out. Yeah, we're dead. We're just dead. Put my mouth and the words just didn't come out right. Yeah, I said it.
I wasn't sure. That was on me. That was on me then. Because I was like, should have just looked.
Lance over here stabbing. Stack. Don't be spread. DB, spread. Spread. Red safe. Double fire left. Lightning fire right. Knock back. Guys, can tell me. Whoops. Careful. Nope. My fat finger may stance at some point. I'm sorry for scaring you again. Bright side is you didn't blow up early. Out, swap 1-3. First, white party 1 slide over after. Well.
Yeah, I popped my stuff too. Okay, yeah, so I just need to pop my wings for that. We won't have it for partners or spread.
Brad? I'm in the same spot I am every time. Fast patterns though.
Something happened up north, or
Didn't look like it.
yeah, I think if it wasn't up north, then it looked like that might have been death. Yeah. Overkill by 40k-ish. Guess me.
Okay.
No.
What do you mean by moving early, Van? Like pre-positioning on a position they're not supposed to? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll do one more food and then we'll go on our break. Fred? It'll be stuck. See? Stack? Stack? Lucy? Double fire left. Lightning fire right. Stay out. Hold. Until it gets to 85 and then press the button. Okay. Out, swap 2-4. First, light party 1's gonna slide over after. Move. Partners. What are we dying for? Layla took 194,000 from Powerful Light. Layla, were you north side or south side on that?
I was north.
You were north, so north was missing someone. She took too much damage, meaning there wasn't enough people in the stack.
Okay. I do it right though. I was looking at that to see if I fucked up.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I noticed on south side we were fine because we grouped up kind of below C, but then moved to the left together. Is everyone, can we just start meeting to the edge of the puddle? Because if everyone goes to the same spot, there shouldn't be an issue. The only person that may have to adjust is the person with the puddle itself, like the marker itself, and they just move slightly in to catch the fourth person. But if everyone else is stacked together, it won't be a problem. We're not having the issue where people are going all the way over to 3, but people still aren't going very far left over until after most people are moving towards center.
Yeah, it was just...
Yeah, so in the clip you can see everyone's kind of meeting center and then moving over left, so Van was really far behind.
I'm gonna bio real quick since I picked up stepped away for a second.
Yeah, of course. We really
I can
gotta
hear.
stop meeting in the center and to the right. We have to move to the left. So, if you literally look at the marker and go straight south of it, you'll be fine. So just meet right here. Look at the marker, go south of it. If you're, or guess north or south of it. No. If you see other people staying, know that they're wrong for staying. You gotta move. It's the same thing as like going to your spot, and if everyone else is wrong and everyone else is wrong, you go to the right spot, and we die because people thought it was spread but it was stacked. That's not on you. You gotta just move left. Because not meeting left is continuously getting us killed. And people stopped going right, which is awesome, but people still aren't going left. Exactly. Yeah, the only thing with that is, yeah, just being careful not to move into the explosion itself after the protein stack.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. What do you mean, FK? Huh? Oh. Yeah. Yeah. But let's just
Franklin, you didn't know about the sim?
Franklin part just the normal FF.
I'm sorry,
way.
I'm a purist, I don't do sims.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say.
old-fashioned way. Put in the reps.
Hey, put in the hours.
You did put a lot of hours in, though.
Fred? Yeah, if I trusted PF, I would just put in the reps, but I don't, so...
Clearly, I know. Because everyone I've joined is horrible.
You've always had bad PF experience, Andy, you poor thing.
Yeah.
It'll be spread.
Remember M4S? How many times?
Good God, you, me, aunties.
Hours.
Spread 1-3. No, they can't spread. No. What's sunrise? How's that mechanic work?
Oh my god.
No one in PF knows. Fred safe. Gun fire left. All fire. Knock back. Hold a little bit. Just a touch. Okay. Go ahead. And swap DB. Going to purple. Red. White.
I can't get him up in time, sorry.
Just white.
My cast is too slow.
Sorry, Franklin. Teeth always stays in that area, so I'm the one that moves.
Let's see. No, it's
Yeah,
just like
I move out of
thinking,
his
just,
way.
Like, I was just like sincere casting, then you just do.
Yeah, no,
This
I
is-
always move. Yeah, I move to move closer to everyone over on the other side.
What a gentleman.
But thank you.
I can't stand you, Lance.
No, I'm not doing this shit with you
my
again, Lance.
God.
No,
Shut
I
up.
was. Yesterday was the end.
Yo, because I zoned out and I was like, I genuinely like trust. I trust people for no reason. Okay.
I was.
So I was like, oh,
trying
what
to
is
tell
that
you.
asking, right?
Back.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love.
Too far.
Good spread.
Thank you. Spread. Play safe. Lightning fire left. Fire lightning right.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall.
That was on me.
Love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love,
It was on me. My thing was out too late.
you say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
No. He's so dumb.
Nice one, Kia.
Oh my god.
Fred.
Can't stop laughing.
It'll be stack. Before stack. Stack. Red safe. Double fire left. All fire. Swap DB. My party to move over. It's cursed. Partners. Susan?
A little early.
Take a chance.
Was it on the other side? You guys just went too early after the first.
I saw the first explosion. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
gotcha.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
The rest of it looked good though. How
I
what's
thought we were
everyone's
doing
food
another
looking like?
food.
I had 10 minutes left on my food.
I have 18.
Who has the shortest? Anyone less than 10? Okay, so we'll go until Kia's food runs out. Or
Hey Lance, what's your food at? Oh, if you didn't have any more, we could have just taken a break.
yeah,
Sorry.
if there were people with no food, we would have stopped.
Yeah, I have an influx of food, so from
Alright, let's just take a break then.
yeah, sorry. I just have an influx. I just pop mine like it's nothing.
Yeah.
If anyone
at
needs
you, money
Moquita,
bags.
though,
Lord Almighty,
just
I
made too
have
much.
700 chickens.
Yeah,
Please. If you need
if anyone
chicken, I
needs
have
like
chicken.
Moquita, please let me know because I made like 600.
Mrs. Lemon's over here, Mrs. Moneybags.
Or
Jingle,
not,
jingle.
otherwise.
crafting, bro.
Like, dude, I literally gathered a shit ton and crafted it. I'm like, I'm gonna be doing so many runs. I'm gonna need so much food, and I made like 800 too many. And I'm like, god damn it.
Yeah, man, I crafted for me and my friend, and I made 700 Moquita, split it with him. Then he plays Dark Knight, and then he was like, "Oh, I don't need this anymore." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So then I did the chicken one for him, and I crafted like almost 400 tinctures for him, and I still have the stack that I made for myself. I was like, God damn it.
I don't even know why I'm complaining, because I literally have a sugar daddy on this game. All he does is like maps and stuff, so he makes a bunch of money. And it's
Yo,
like
maps is where it's at.
but he does like he does the maps like the level 40 maps. Okay, he gives lotus leaves, and he sells lotus leaves like hotcakes, like 600k each. Each week, he's averaging about 50 lotus leaves, and so he's getting like 50
they
times
make
600k.
They make the river, not the river, it's like a pond thing for house.
It's a pond, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
About each week, he
I
makes
think you
30
need
mil.
2. You need 2
Yeah.
lotus leaves to make it. I don't craft during like downtime. I only craft to sell the date of release. Like I'll take the day off and I'll be there the second servers go up, and all I do is craft for like an entire day.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I craft throughout the week for like the first 2 weeks, and then periodically I just do that. That's how I usually make like 60-70 mil on like teardrops, and then I just chill.
I think they're actually gonna push back the patch thing because they need to address the DDoS shit first. Every
Is that
single
what
day
they
there's a
said?
DDoS. Every single day. Every single
literally
day
can't
there's
do
at least
anything about
5 DDoSes.
They'd have to change. They'd have to change everything about their server network and everything just to
That's a
fix
lot
it.
of money.
It's a lot of money. The game would
A
be
lot
down
of
for
time.
God knows how long.
The player base is already like low at the moment. A big downtime will increase it even a bigger drop off people.
And they can't do it during next patch because people are going to be playing the fucking game, so
But I expect releases to be pushed out a week or two. So it's normal for them to be pushed out. Like when I saw March 25th, I was like, also like April, like first week of April.
I love how you
What
said
happens
that.
though?
You're like, April? Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
You're like, why not just say April? I'm here, but I'm playing The Sims, just like, you know. You know, I gotta pick your brain about the next part. Maybe like one day this week.
for what? You are?
Yeah. No. Not New York. No, Is it UR?
Yeah,
You are,
Ultimate
so
Relativity, the one with the buffs and all that, Annie?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good.
Sitting here like forgetting what the name of it was. Maybe I just have to like read the
Remember I told you there was an update? Did you update it? Did you only when you did the sim? Was it only the download for one of? When was the download that you did?
No, we did it together. Me and Akami.
Oh, so you do have it. Okay.
Akami said, hello. I said, hi, I'll do it right now.
I did not. You were the one who said hi to me. Don't even start with this fallacy.
No, I know. Actually, you helped me a lot with LR. So I like went really good with LR, so I'm just happy. I like do it like without even thinking now, which is amazing.
Oh, I don't have the magic bed yet. Okay. Anyone excited for the mobile home event?
No. Is there anything cool coming out?
Why no?
Magic bed is in it. Inferno jacket's in it. Those two alone make me happy.
Wait,
about
the magic bed's in it?
it. The magic bed. Yeah.
Oh, that means it's
Shit.
good.
That means it's gonna go down.
Actually, no. I sold. I think I made like 2 mil last time because I just get the tomes and I don't really use anything. But I sold like some of the hairstyles. I think there was like a hairstyle going for like 400, 500k.
I was. The one I got really into is when they had the verdant partition again, and I just bought a shit ton of those and stocked on them because everyone was selling them immediately. I'm like, you guys are knocking the price down. I'm just gonna wait for it to go back up and sell them for like 2 times more.
I love. I'm gonna. Okay, let me go. I can stream for you guys. Hold on. Let me stream. I need to show you guys my friend's his stuff. I think he has partitions up there. I have so much shit on my desk. I can't see my second monitor. My God. So my second one is lower than that, and I had like a huge copy like in front of it. Jesus Christ. Let's look at this. Oh, you guys want to see my bun? Oh, my bun.
Fun.
Yeah. That's not fun. Okay. This is my house. This is my home. It's outside. Okay.
Are you streaming?
Yeah, I streamed. I streamed.
Did you hear the little Discord sound?
No.
This is the inside.
Oh, okay.
Okay, donk in the camera right now. The ass is.
Oh yeah, this is my customized.
Hello? I'm like, damn, donk. Okay.
My friend just did the skin for me too. Like he like combined two of the mods for me and then added like stuff. So on side. Okay. So at that. And then there's this. Okay, let me show you his place. 1 second. Oh yeah, you see? He like added a ton of these. The partitions.
Wow.
It's like a little fairy section.
I love it.
Yeah, and then there's the library. Do you want to see mine, Annie? Look at mine, Annie. Hold on.
Okay, wait, hold on. For some reason your stream cut out. 1 second.
I just placed the most random shit here to prove a point that I use all the stuff that I get from events that I don't actually use.
I'm shutting the stream off right now. What the fuck was that?
I love the pumpkin one. It's so cute.
How was that?
I don't know. But I have no talent at decorating. It's all I've ever done. And then I added some food. You guys want to see my cat? Oh my god, look at my cat. Wait, no. You live like this? Yeah, I know. It's so bad. I need to get my shit together.
Damn, did you live? Such a good name.
This is my cat. She has custom markings. I just need to... Where?
Oh God.
I know.
Looks like it's been a bit since you organized.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. I know.
No, you don't
It's
understand.
so
I'm in the same
bad.
boat. Like half of my shit's perfectly organized, and the other half is just sitting there waiting.
Like this. Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah, he did like the custom markings for me and like the face. Ignore big boobs. I just have a
Ignore
choice.
big boobs. How do you ignore?
Yeah, this is from because this is for my bun. But yeah. Sometimes when we take too long, I just sit through here and I'm like, okay, do I want to be an aura? I have so many auras. This is my normal aura that I use.
Horror is awesome. That's fine.
And then I have this one. It's like a demon aura. I love her. But more. Show and tell's over.
Show and tell is over.
Just in time.
Oh.
Alright, Q wants to show and tell now. We'll have to do show and tell after raid now, I guess.
Okay, 1 second.
Q said no, it's time right now. Yo, the little wing.
Oh, see, it's so cute. Oh, that was okay.
Literally just wanted to show it off. Adorable. Any good?
Yeah, turn off my Sims.
I just got tired.
Yeah, I need to organize my stuff eventually. On a day that I have time. I get distracted.
Yeah,
Frank,
I've
is
seen
this
those
your,
things
like,
before. They're so
Always glam with the sweater. I feel like you're always wearing a winter sweater.
Ooh.
Franklin. He's always
Aw.
wearing the same glam, the winter sweater.
That's normal though.
I know.
Oh, okay. Fuck is my FF box doing open spell? Good check, gear check.
Should probably repair.
If anyone needs a repair, I can repair for them.
Same. Fatebreaker said horror.
Damn. Based fate breaker.
for pre-workout usage, by the way. I think a lot of people argue, well, the positives outweigh the negatives. But the positives are not nearly as large as many people think. But it's mostly psychological. In fact, most of the effect of caffeine is placebo.
There is a problem
Oh my gosh,
ravaging
5.
America. People with beautiful homes and families.
Is it the imperial system?
Menno, you're going to insult the imperial system on someone else's irrelevant metric podcast.
Oh my gosh, stop.
You're 1 inch away
Stop it.
from violence. You wouldn't even know what that means, huh? That's why you've been so curt. Caffeine abuse is killing all of us now.
Not just Americans.
Get out of here. There are other people in this world?
I think caffeine is,
Fred?
other than water, coffee, other than water, I think the most consumed beverage in the world. Maybe tea first, but it's up there.
Water, coffee, tea, alcohol. Diet soda. I want it to be diet soda at the top, but Coca-Cola still has not returned my calls or emails or has mailed me back any pictures of them, because I've emailed Coca-Cola and actually snail mailed, physical mailed pictures of myself in various positions with kind words about their product. Nothing, Menno. Nothing.
Yeah.
Not even a fucking phone call. Caffeine abuse.
credit.
Tell us about what it is. Is it a real
Restart.
thing? Are people getting in trouble for it? How bad is it? Please.
Stop.
Caffeine is a drug and
What?
commonly abused. That doesn't mean it's like, oh my God, you're all heroin addicts. But
We're
it does
safe.
mean,
But you're all caffeine addicts.
yeah. Caffeine addiction is also debated if it's like, should it really be called an addiction? I think it should, because there's withdrawal when you stop taking it. There's tolerance to its use. And those are exactly the problems.
Yeah.
So,
And negative downsides.
yeah.
There's a couple of catalogs of what they call an addiction versus not. The quintessential central defining factor of an addiction is, does this thing screw up your life in a way that if you could step back away, would you just turn off? If the answer is yes, but you can't stop taking it, you might be addicted to it, like a net negative that's really gnarly. So how many people are in that situation with caffeine? I suppose quite a few, right? Because it's sleep disturbances. What's the problem here, Menno?
I think most people end up in a more of a neutral situation where the caffeine doesn't do nearly as much positive as they think it does. And they overestimate the positive effects of the caffeine because it reduces the withdrawal symptoms and it compensates for the sleep deprivation, which is partly caused by the excessive caffeine intake.
Yeah.
So there's a meta-analysis from last year, which found that if you don't want to have an objective decrease in your sleep quality, even a single cup of coffee, like 100 milligrams caffeine, you have to consume that on average, depends on how fast you metabolize it. But on average, you have to consume that 9 hours before bedtime. And a pre-workout, 13 hours.
I'm not even awake for that long during the day. That is something very many billions of caffeine intakers do not do.
Yep.
Like, I remember when Huberman started talking about this kind of situation, a lot of people thought that he was on some old Huberman bullshit again, because, he's great and he gets a lot of shit right, but we say enough, you get some shit wrong. And we were like, oh, Hughes is at it again. And then we all looked at the data and we're like, fucking goddamn it, he's right. And nobody wanted to hear that, because how many people, Menno, do you know that at 3 p.m. they get a little slump at work, they hit the espresso machine, and then they're going to bed at 10. I mean, that's in my, maldeveloped brain is 7 hours. I mean, we're not even clear yet. That's a bad deal. A lot of people I know consume caffeine well into the evening hours and can go to sleep.
Yeah.
But you're saying their sleep quality is worse.
Yeah, so there are multiple factors to sleep quality. One of them is called sleep latency, which is how long it takes you to fall asleep. But then you have all of these other metrics like the time spent in deep sleep, sleep efficiency, how much REM sleep are you getting. And some of these metrics, they deteriorate with caffeine. And they deteriorate long past the point at which you subjectively feel that you still have a positive effect of the caffeine. And that's important because many people will say 13 hours. At that point, I don't feel anything anymore. It's yeah, you don't. That's right. But your brain's still affected.
Yeah.
There's still activity on these receptors. There's still a difference in how your brain functions. And it's in general more aroused, which is not conducive to sleep.
Scott, did you hear that? What did he say?
We're fine. Oh, okay.
Oh my God. No, I didn't mean to look at your dick.
Don't dash like that.
I did.
Because I think we would have been just fine enough.
Damn, that sucks. Okay, so that's a big downside of caffeine. Is there anything else with excessive caffeine intake?
You were
we'll get to
both
what
still
that means
a
in
little
a second.
over half.
Are there any other problems? Because, like, okay, let's say we have a magic drug developed.
I'm a
with AI
dummy and I looked
revolution
the
coming
wrong
up
way.
in 3 or 4 years.
That's
like the ultimate. It does two things.
I know.
One,
I
it
heard
puts you into
purple,
hypersleep.
saw
As soon as you
purple,
take
and
it,
then I
20
went
minutes
that
later,
way.
you're getting the highest quality
You
sleep of your
Cooper.
life for 8 hours period.
Yes,
like somebody could be poking you with a cattle prod, you wouldn't wake up. And two,
My
it does
first
some
big
kind of
fuck up
magical
of
thing
the
where it
day.
completely clears out all
Smile.
caffeine metabolites instantly upon taking it.
Yeah.
Is that like that's problem solved? We can all do
I don't know, I
1,000
probably-
milligrams an hour of caffeine, or are there
I don't
other
know. I
ones
probably
outside
messed
of
up
high
something
caffeine intake?
else. I don't know.
Clearing out the metabolites is probably actually not enough. There seem to be downstream effects for caffeine beyond that point. But let's say
I don't
get
know.
your point.
I mean-
On the nervous system's activity.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's say
It
it
doesn't
undoes those
help
two.
you
God
feel
damn it.
more
I knew you were gonna
confident
say
on
that.
our side. That's all.
So let's say it undoes all of that.
You
Are there still
saying,
downsides?
well, I'm like, well, now I'm questioning
yes.
it. Did you fuck up anything
Caffeine
else?
is like,
That's
to be clear,
good.
caffeine is nothing like heroin or cocaine
you're
or
not
anything
sure,
like
so
that.
I'm not
It's just
sure,
a very
Kenny.
commonly abused drug that people think is positive and I think is often more neutral, sometimes negative.
God, be
So I think that
confident.
more rational,
usually good
strategic
for
use,
one.
people can benefit from that.
Management.
Exactly.
And during the
Some
night.
of the downsides, two big ones, basically. First, anxiety. Cortisol rises. And I think a lot of people underestimate that.
Don't be
My experience
spread.
with clients is very much when you ask them, do you have any side effects? They're like, nope, nothing at all. And they don't realize that sleep quality suffers. So they're like, oh, no, nothing.
One,
Then
three,
ask them,
spread.
okay, any
Wow.
visual effects, any physical effects, maybe like trembling hands. They're like, oh yeah, my hands tremble a lot. And I'm like, that's a significant side effect.
Like that they're just like, eh.
Yeah, I see that all the time.
Red
And
safe.
bodybuilders in particular, when
Yeah, bodybuilders take some gnarly dose.
they're used to a lot, especially people on gear, that they're used to a lot more side effects.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, hands are trembling. That's fine. Whatever. Yeah.
Still alive.
Yeah. So, but I think the anxiety is a big deal. And I also notice it for certain types of tasks. And research shows this, that your performance you're more energized. So it seems like everything is better on caffeine, but performance on certain tasks is actually worse. Some tasks improve for sure.
Yeah.
But performance can deteriorate because of the anxiety and overstimulation. For example, for certain types of work like or chess has been studied. Performance on a chess match
lightning
does not
left.
improve for caffeine because you kind of get lost in the
lightning.
details and overfocus,
Yes.
and you spend too much time per move.
Yes.
So it's like you get better at things that require intense focus, but the kind of more big picture type reasoning, like time management.
And creativity.
Yes, and the creativity can go both ways on caffeine.
There are several types of creativity.
Yeah.
I'll be more specific.
Yeah.
Novel generative creativity, for me, in my experience, goes down substantially.
Mhm.
Because if you take like your neural networking patterns as kind of like, they've done some computational modeling with this where it looks like a funnel.
Mhm.
And it's like a funnel, like 3-dimensional funnel shape. And if you are highly stimulated, you're
Yeah.
closer to the base of the funnel, like a very specific subset of thoughts is
Mhm.
occurring, which is cool because that's what focus is. And if you have schizophrenia, you're actually not in the funnel at all. You're distributed attention everywhere. So you actually can't even coalesce to like say where you are in space right now. But
Oh
if
my
you
goodness.
are optimally creative, it's usually somewhere on the borderline between those two. And so if you are very, very caffeinated and you have high anxiety, it ends up being like just one fine focused point in your creativity. I didn't even think one step ahead of what I am now. But if you are not sufficiently caffeinated, you might be ultra hyper creative, which makes you write down tons of great ideas. But someone's like, okay, this idea seed is insanely creative. There's something there. Now develop it. Like you ain't developing shit unless you have 3 cups of coffee in you. So there's kind of a time and a place, like deep focused work. Amazing. Brainstorming sessions, probably not ideal to have a ton of caffeine in you such that you're like laser focused and you're just like, I'll just take notes during this meeting.
Yeah, for creativity, indeed, you get that trade-off where you do get the energy, and you do get a positive mood effect. And positive mood in itself usually does improve creativity, but the effect itself of
And
focus
swap
is
AC.
antagonistic to creativity. Creativity requires more of a loose unfocus, if
Correct.
you will. And then there's the second effect, which is negative of creatine. Some research shows that
Caffeine, yeah.
caffeine.
Okay.
What did I say?
Creatine.
Creatine. Right.
How dare you?
Yeah.
I'll not have you disparage creatine, Joe.
That's another actually interaction with creatine for some people potentially. But
Mm-hmm.
the cognitively speaking, some research shows that the impairment in memory functioning with prolonged high dosage usage. Like I think in the last study it was 450 milligrams per day, so that's like 4 cups of coffee or so. And they showed that working memory performance decreased, and it was associated with some impairments in the hippocampus as well.
Over what time scale?
couple weeks.
Do we suspect that that's directly, causally, entirely explained by the degradation of sleep quality? Because I know sleep is critical to memory formation.
Quite possible. Quite possible.
Okay. At least in part, very likely a candidate hypothesis.
Yes. Yeah. So caffeine is safe, no doubt about that. I'm just saying it has downsides that people probably don't fully acknowledge when they go for the short-term buzz, the short-term energy hit.
Yeah.
So there are some downsides. And in particular, tolerance is a really big one because, like I said, you get into this negative spiral where your sleep suffers and you just need more caffeine to feel the same. And you think that the caffeine makes you feel better, but objectively what happens is it just brings you back to baseline.
Yes.
Like if you were sleeping better,
exactly. You just need caffeine to function.
Yeah. So you wake up, you feel terrible. You need the caffeine to feel normal. It seems like every time you take caffeine, you feel better. That's true, but it brings you back to the baseline which you didn't need to do if you were well rested and you weren't using any caffeine at all.
Scott, didn't you live through some shit like this a few months back?
Yes, I
need a bit of heals here,
Annie. Very, very difficult.
I'm trying to heal as much as I can.
Okay, hold on.
You switched to Prime drinks just to have something colorful to drink, right?
Yes. And I started drinking Element in the morning just to fool myself.
It's that there really is a little bit of a placebo of like, I'm taking something that's going to zazz me. Did you, on the other end of it now, do you feel like your performance cognitively, et cetera, is like pretty good, or do you miss caffeine better?
When you
not just the same, but without the shit sleep.
It fully disappears before you leave it.
Less anxiety. Wow. I mean, obviously. Now, Menno, some people. Okay, so far, what I've learned, and please tell me if this is wrong, is like caffeine can be a net positive and often is, but you have to understand that it has some negatives, and it's up to you to manage the dosage and the time of application.
There were damage downs before we even went out for towers.
And
please tell me if this is wrong, is like.
Who had a damage down, Van, so I can look at where it was? Okay, so yeah, so you were missing someone, so there were 3 people who got the damage down, but it looks like Keo still had one from much earlier. So I guess that's what I saw. Oh, they got clipped by the kick again, but it didn't kill them this time. Because they survived with 644 health. So yeah, Keo, be careful about being too far out from the mirror.
Wait, I don't think North was so low. Man, I don't know if... This is where the 3 of us are waiting. Did we go too fast? Mm-hmm.
That image the light pathing kind of covers the marker, but you can see.
I know, I got
you guys are kind of out from the diagonal, like right about here. When we need to be a little bit more like back here. Is what Lance is saying. Like where in the image is where we should be while it's resolving, but when we meet up, we should be like just south of the marker. And then as we all have the stack go off, you move into the safe spot. And then back. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I needed my way to Van because he had the little yellow ball, but you guys know.
Before humans and before cringe, this planet was ruled by the dinosaurs until they were evicted by an asteroid, banishing them to the Shadow Realm, never to be seen again, but giving rise to the flesh. Well, I guess dinosaurs are flesh too, but like human flesh came with acne and stuff. And now we humans live here, but who's to say that Universal Landlord might not come knocking again with another asteroid? And by who's to say, I mean, we're all saying it. Everyone knows that, like, I'm sure you've seen the headlines. There is an asteroid heading towards Earth. Right now, it is at a 1.5% chance of hitting. Earlier today, it was at like a 3% chance of hitting. A couple days ago, it was like a 2.5% chance of hitting. All of which are actually really high. Some of the highest recorded probabilities of a huge asteroid hitting this planet in a long, long time. That dirty bastard out there, I've been shaking my fist at it for the last couple hours saying, scram, get out of here. But from what I can tell, it's not working. It is big, but it's not, you know, a planetary killer. The size that, should it actually impact Earth, it would destroy a city. So it's a city killer, which is really big. And that's pretty concerning. So I was watching and researching, trying to figure out, well, are the odds actually as high as that seems to me? Because as a RuneScape player, 3%, those are good odds, actually. Like, that's pretty fucking solid. So I was curious about these estimates. Now, again, it has gone down. It is no longer 3%. It's dropped to about a 1.5% chance that it impacts in 2032. The only thing that's known for sure is this asteroid does pose a threat of actually impacting, and should it impact, it won't be pretty.
Of the destruction we wrought on each other in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, this is 500 times more powerful than that, just because of the energy of it coming through the atmosphere, causing shock waves, and because of the heating, exploding. So it's like a grenade. A grenade is no bigger than your fist, but it can do damage over a wide area. This is a grenade that's 60 meters across.
This is astronaut Chris Hadfield briefly going over the destructive capabilities of the asteroid, and then it got me wondering, well, if the percentage continues to climb, is there anything we can do about it? Are we just hopeless sitting ducks out here waiting to get fucked? Like, what exactly do we have? Because I recall we have DART, which I remembered successfully did change the trajectory of a space rock. Like, we confirmed that it can be done, but can it be done to something on this scale? Or are we truly just like square one? Now we're going to need to figure out maybe some kind of defensive protocol, like maybe we send me out there with a cartoonishly large tennis racket to bat it away. Like, what do we have? So that led me to a YouTube channel, Scott Manley, who was talking about it.
So the name 2024 YR4, that tells us that, well, it was discovered in 2024. Y means it was discovered in the last 2 weeks of the year. And R4 means that they discovered about 100 asteroids before that. But, you know, they get numbers and designators towards the end to tell just the order it was discovered in the year.
Yeah, the rock has a name, so you can curse it. It's not Voldemort. Go ahead and say its name. 2024 YR4. I highly recommend watching Scott's video because he literally have the fucking bottle. Over, like, exactly how they get to these numbers, which I found very interesting. So he was talking about the observation as they were following this asteroid and looking at the orbits. He also does mention that there's going to be another encounter in 2028, but that one will definitely miss. This is something they can say with certainty. So 2032 is the main impact that the story is breaking on, because as it climbed over 1% last month, it is increased even more as the uncertainty starts to get less and less uncertain.
I expect that what's going to happen is that we're going to see that we've seen basically the probability slowly rise over time. And this is a pattern we've seen in the past. What happens is you get a very large error section, and as it shrinks down, the Earth becomes a bigger and bigger part of that fuzzy error, or where it could arrive. But eventually it shrinks down and the Earth is suddenly outside. So the probability goes up, 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 and then suddenly it drops to zero very quickly. That's probably what we're going to see.
That sounds wonderful. That'd be a great play from John Madden's book if we see that happen. Because right now we're at that point where it is going up and up and up, but it just recently has dropped down to 1.5% chance of hitting. So maybe we're in that stage where as the error is shrinking, the Earth is looking more and more outside of it and will hopefully drop to zero. But let's say it doesn't drop to zero. That space rock is real stubborn. It's an old battle axe up there. It said, let's get this farty sharded. And it only continues to go up. So it dropped today, but maybe it spikes back up tomorrow. We never actually leave that error. And as it becomes less and less uncertain, the percentage chance of it hitting us grows too. Well, Scott Manley talks about what our options could be in the case of an impending impact of an asteroid of this size. But before showing you our defensive options, whether we'd play a zone defense or man-to-man, I would like to show you what Scott said about the size of the asteroid, because not even that is fully known. We don't have enough data to know for certain the density or the size, so right now we're using some other factors to try and estimate.
It was unfortunately discovered too late to get any radar observations in on it, so we don't have a really good constraint on the size of the object. What we're doing is looking at the brightness and saying, based upon its estimated surface reflectivity, albedo, it could be anywhere from 40 to 90 meters across, which, that's a factor of 2, but because it's a volume, it's squared, and because we don't know the density, this object could be anywhere from, say, 25,000 tons to 1,000,000 tons of mass.
Yikes. 1,000,000 tons of anything is usually bad news.
When you get unfrozen, pot in 2 minutes,
I can't really think of
immediately
1,000,000
be
tons
ready
of
to attack
anything
your
that's
crystal. Range people
positive.
attack the person
You know what
to
they say?
your left, looking
1
in.
ton.
If you
Calm
kill your
down,
crystal,
son.
help the next person
1,000,000
clockwise.
ton. Now I'm not having fun. My whole city's fucking dead. It's all done.
Which, if you do the math on that, it says each pound for pound, kilogram for kilogram, it would have 37 times the energy density of TNT. So that means that 27,000 minimalist low-end version is a 1 megaton blast. The big one is potentially about 40 megatons. So this is, strategic scale nuclear device yield equivalent. This is something that could absolutely devastate a very large area.
Douchebag universe shooting nuke rocks at us. Come on. What assholes, right? I mean, pardon my French, but the universe can be a real jerk. Space sucks. I'll say it. I'll be brave. Space sucks. You can't breathe out there in space without specialized equipment. No gravity, so you can't even get blood to your wiener and jerk off if you wanted to. It sucks. There's nothing good about it, and then you can't even exist peacefully on your own little space rock
help with Crystal?
without another one coming your way, fucking speeding like it's late to something, and causing a ruckus.
We know based upon the timing that it would have to hit along this very narrow strip of the Earth, and this is a thin section that runs from Central America across the Atlantic.
Ours was the first one.
If it lands in the ocean, that's probably not such a big deal. If it lands in a relatively uninhabited part of the world, probably not a big deal, but if it did land in a more inhabited area, well, we might want to evacuate.
I was going to say, because what I can do is I can just, instead of targeting the one-on-one, I can finish ours and then target the one-on-one. See?
It's absolutely something you could plan. You could probably constrain it sufficiently that you could decide to make sure that no one was in that area.
Unless it's Florida. You bet your sweet bippy, if Florida was in the crosshairs here, if it was like bullseye, this asteroid is going to hit Florida, you should evacuate.
Hopefully an extra person.
I promise you, bet your bottom dollar that sweet bippy.
Will help get it down.
There would be so many Florida people that are like, hey, I don't believe it. I'm gonna hunker down. I can handle hurricanes. I can absolutely handle a little fucking pebble falling from space. You know what I mean? And then you'd have that shit coming and look like Independence Day when the White House blew up. Florida got lucky if all this data stays this way, where Florida is not within that zone. Because if it was, you would not be getting them out. The only way you'd be getting people out of Florida is if you literally cryogenically froze them and transported them out yourself. Shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. Born and raised in Florida, never lived anywhere else. If I saw Florida in that line, if they had that, in the sniper scope, the asteroid was gonna hit, I'd be sitting there scratching my chinny chin chin going, could I take that, you think? Do you think my house could tank that? I mean, Florida houses are built for Category 5 hurricanes.
Just
right?
remember that the
force stronger than that, right? I'd have a debate with myself. Isn't that crazy? I'd actually be thinking,
red AOE you're dropping is also.
What if though? That'd be a crazy stream, right? I mean, that'd be a nuts stream, and
excuse me.
We don't know for sure. We don't know if a house can stand up to an asteroid. It's never been tested. Yeah, we've got a lot of data and a lot of common
you guys
sense
have
that
it
says
hard
it
there
stands
for
no
me,
chance.
because
But
holy shit.
data also
watching
said I'd be
Lance move
5'8".
around.
I'm 5'6".
It's like, oh, no.
Sometimes miracles
Same,
happen.
I was like,
you
oh,
never
God,
really know. You know
what
what I mean?
We have recently demonstrated
Oh, okay, never mind.
with
You
the
guys have it
DART
easy.
mission that humanity now has
Just
the
like a
think
ability
we
to
have-
change the orbit of asteroids.
We're like
It is
Pillow
possible
Princesses.
that
We just
if
move
it
side
was
to
going to say
side.
come down over India or something, where there was sufficient self-interest and
Yeah, we
money,
knew going into this.
then
that
the
Reaper was
orbit
gonna have
could be
trouble with
changed.
intermission. It's
And
just
the way you change the orbit is you
It's really
hit
sneaky
the
because
asteroid with a
Reaper's, like,
spacecraft, and there's a
one of
bit
the
of
only
momentum
jobs that
transfer, and that
gets
changes the
that
period of the orbit ever so
painful
slightly.
of an
Now,
intermission
in the case
damage.
of the DART mission, it was able to
Okay,
move
we can always
Dimorphos,
help and make up
which was
for
a
it.
bigger object, by the
Right.
way,
That's what
by
good
about a
partnerships are
few hundred
for.
kilometers in the last couple of years.
It'll be spread.
So there's DART that I mentioned earlier. So I am happy to hear that this would theoretically work against this asteroid should it be necessary.
Maybe spread.
However, he goes on to mention that when you're changing the velocity, you're moving it along
if
that
it ends up
line
being
he
too
already
hard,
drew.
maybe, but
So you're changing it, and
For now,
it
we'll be
still
fine.
be
Stop.
within that line, and it become a trolley problem, fundamentally, as he described it, which I'm sure all of you have heard
What'd
of the trolley problem before. Changing the orbit of the asteroid becomes very complicated on international
extra
levels
olive oil?
because,
Yeah,
as Scott mentions, if it
unfortunately,
was looking to impact somewhere over
better
India,
to
and
get
India
used
then
to.
starts
That's just
trying to
skipping
push it
intermission prog.
east to maybe
We're
get
gonna
it
have to come
off
back to it
of
eventually
Earth,
if
well,
we
it's
do it.
going to go over China, and they're obviously not going to be too thrilled about that. And if it doesn't fully get off Earth and impacts China, well, that's going to be a local disaster for China and
'Cause we
also
need
an
the LB
economic
for
disaster for the rest of the
phase
world.
three.
So
Oh
it just
goddamn!
becomes a
Don't do
very
that. I thought someone
tricky,
was like had a
complicated
damage
issue.
sound, or
While
someone
we
was too
can
low, and I was looking at
change
my
the
party
orbit
list
of these
confused while you guys were
asteroids
going.
with DART, it becomes very difficult to assess how
If I
and
left?
where. It gets
fine.
very complicated. Scott then goes on to mention that while this is the highest probability of an impact, 2032, it's not the only one. He mentions that it could miss us, narrowly miss us, and then still come back around and impact us at a later date. So Scott Manley said, and I think this is a great clip that I'd like to play you because he's 100% right, that even if this one is a miss, and even if the one
Franklin's
after
gonna die
it is a
here.
miss,
Never
all of
mind,
these
I'm
go to
fucking
zero,
God.
one day it won't.
I think
Hell yeah.
we're going to find
My
that
weight means
in
a
the
god.
next few weeks that the probability goes to zero. But one of
My
these
weight means
days,
partner.
it's
Not
not going to
bad.
go to zero, and then humanity is really going to have to embrace the power
squares.
of the DART program and change the universe around us. I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.
I think he's 100% right on the
Careful.
money here. Now, of course, I'm
Be
just a
careful.
smooth brain idiot. I'm not an actual smart person or anything, but I think he's 100% correct. There will come a time where we're not going to get lucky. It's already happened before. Earth has been hit by a fucking planetary killing asteroid. RIP to the dinosaurs out there. Pour one out for them. And I think we will need to really fully start to look at DART, improve it, and really go hog wild with it in order to protect the planet. And I like that statement of changing the universe around us, because I think it's going to get to that point at some stage. So yeah, I don't know if this asteroid's going to hit. Nobody knows right now. It's only estimates. Hopefully it doesn't. But I just wanted to talk about it because I've been kind of glued to the
And
subject today.
no swap.
That's really about
2-4.
it. So yeah.
Going to red. Partners. Who's moving? Bianca was it too, I think.
I can. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I have Benny. It's okay.
It's a body check, that whole mech.
Last night on stream, a chatter traveled through dimensions to make me aware of a powerful entity known as Baba Vanga, who was a Bulgarian mystic and healer who passed away in 1996, but she was actually called the Nostradamus of the Balkans because she made so many predictions, and according to a lot of the people that truly subscribe to her power, a lot of her predictions have come true. So I decided to make like a colonoscopy and dive into this hole here to really uncover the truth behind Baba Vanga's abilities.
It'll be sad.
Now, real quick, I just want to say the streams that I've been doing the last couple days have been unbelievably fun. There's been a lot of new faces in the chat that have just brought up a lot of really fun topics, like the other day with the orifice, last night with Baba Vanga. If you're not coming to my streams, you're really missing out. We're getting into some really deep shit. But anyway, we went over a lot of Baba Vanga's predictions on stream, and I did a lot of research after stream on her myself personally. And she's got a lot of achievements to her name here. Her fucking gamer score for predictions is extremely high. She's got more badges than a Boy Scout because of all these predictions she's allegedly got right. By far her biggest, her crowning jewel, the one you see in every headline that mentions her name, even to this day, is her allegedly predicting 9/11. So this is what you'll see when you look into this. In 1989, Vanga allegedly exclaimed, "Horror, horror, the American brothers shall fall attacked by steel birds, wolves shall howl in the bushes, and innocent blood shall flow, those steel birds," you get it. This is her predicting 9/11, apparently. However, if you go back to try and look at any source with Baba Vanga saying anything like that pre-2001, it doesn't exist. This doesn't come up until well after 2001. In fact, that seems to be the case for a lot of the predictions she gets credit for. And for some reason, she gets credit for anything at all that happens in the world. If you went and got groceries today, well, you bet your sweet Bippy Baba Vanga predicted it 26 years ago. If I went and masturbated right now, there'd be headlines about how Baba Vanga accurately predicted that Charles White would masturbate on April 18th, 2024 at 9 p.m.
Lifts you above the
It's
death
ridiculous.
Floor.
So from what I can tell, when
so
anything happens, mainstream media or her followers will just say that Baba Vanga made that prediction over 26 years ago, and they won't even provide evidence half the time. And if they do, like in the case of 9/11 with the steel bird statement, no references to that exist prior to the event happening. So it seems to me, anytime something happens, they attribute it to Baba Vanga having predicted it after the fact. They put words in her mouth with predictions she herself never actually made. The predictions that she has made, like the official predictions from Baba Vanga that I can find, almost all of them have been wrong. Almost none of them have happened. And some of the ones she does get right are some very general ones that I feel a lot of people probably could have gotten right. The same exact thing with Nostradamus, who made so many fucking predictions that, yes, of course, some of them will be correct, because you spit out so many. I have a higher success rate and accuracy with my predictions on fucking video game announcements. And for some reason, they still write about Baba Vanga as if she's nailing all of these predictions all the time. It happens so frequently. Like in 2017, here's an article. Mystic who predicted ISIS 9/11 had 2 prophecies for 2018. You know what those prophecies were? One of them was that China would be the next superpower taking over the US, and that a new form of energy will be discovered on Venus. You can find media writing about her every year and attributing all kind of predictions to her, almost none of which ever even come close to coming true. For last year, 2023, here was her predictions. She said that there'd be a devastating nuclear disaster that would unfold in 2023 with a major power plant explosion that would cause toxic clouds to settle over Asia. And then there's another one of her predictions for 2023 about the Earth's orbit changing slightly. When we go through Baba Vanga's prediction timeline here in a moment, you're going to see that a lot of these sound like terrible sci-fi movie plots. Like time travel comes in, half animal, half human hybrids come in within like 100 years. It gets fucking crazy. It's like all of it is actually written by like Ridley Scott. But anyway, when I was going through mainstream media articles on Baba Vanga year by year, I noticed a pattern where they'd start talking about predictions that she in no way ever made from anything I can find. Not even her followers making rumors up about predictions, and yet mainstream media is saying that she said certain things that she just didn't. It's so weird. I really don't understand why. You can see Baba Vanga's predictions, and you can see that almost all of them are wrong. And yet, for some reason, people really believe that she had this superpower of predicting things before they happened. And the things she gets credit for are things that you yourself can't actually find any evidence of her ever making that prediction in the first place before the event happened. You're just taking strangers at their word that Baba Vanga said that before the event happened. Even though there's no actual documentation to confirm that. It's just people saying, no, she said that. Trust me. That's my source. Trust me, bro. It's just very odd. It's so strange. Do you see the psychic Baba Vanga, who supposedly accurately predicted 9/11, who said World War III will be next month? I've heard about Baba Vanga. She's allegedly predicted things like World War II, Chernobyl, and Barack Obama becoming president. World War II? What do you mean? She predicted World War II? Why didn't she stop it? God damn it, Baba Vanga. She predicted the orifice. Yeah, that was her final prediction. Most terrifying of all, the flesh box. But let me see her World War III prediction, since apparently she made one of those, which I doubt. It's probably just people putting words in her mouth. She was known as the Nostradamus. She was known as the Nostradamus of the Balkans. She left behind predictions for every year up until 5079, when she said the world would end. What was her prediction for 2023? That's a lot of predictions to be making. One of the most alarming 2023 predictions attributed to Baba Vanga, it concerns a solar storm which could have caused calamitous consequences. So that didn't work. So that was a lie. Imagine though. I mean, she gets credit for anything that does happen. So even though her prediction was wrong, she still got credit for something else that happened totally unrelated. So I mean, she still wins. Let's see the Baba Vanga predictions. 2010, World War III. Well, that didn't work. That was quick. So she predicted World War III in 2010 and 2024? The war was supposed to begin on November 2010 and end in October 2014. Nuclear will be used initially and then chemical warfare. 2011, as a result of the fallout in the Northern Hemisphere, there will not be any animals or vegetation. 2014, man, this is what? 2023, she didn't even try very hard. In 2023, her prediction was a little bit of change in the Earth's orbit. Yeah, moderate. I don't know. Earth moved differently in 2023, I guess. And then 2025, yeah, Europe's still settled, kinda.
Partners and inner
She's so popular in the Balkans, my president quoted her once. Why? She's just wrong about everything. Like, immediately. If people were following her predictions, the world would be in a state of disarray. thinking a world war was happening in November of 2010.
Looks like we're good on
and
damage.
that the
Make sure
nuclear
you're building
fallout
gauge
was going to kill
holding
every animal and
as much as
plant.
possible.
In 2028, creating a new
Mitigation
energy
and for
source,
knockback.
probably a controlled thermonuclear reaction.
Make
Hunger
sure
is
you're aiming for
gradually being
knockback.
overcome, and launched a manned spacecraft to Venus.
Okay, the moment
How
you're frozen,
in the fuck
hot 2
will
minutes.
we go from pretty much no life left here, and within 10 years, have the ability to send a manned spacecraft to Venus and solve hunger?
Okay.
And also, what would we accomplish on Venus? That's like one of the worst planets we could visit. 2046, any bodies, organs can be manufactured. Cloning, replacing the bodies, is becoming one of the best methods of treatment. Says you must have watched the movie The Island with Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson. During the attack on the Muslim Rome, the United States used a new kind of weapon, the climate. The sharp cooling, instant
You
freezing.
need to stay close to that.
And then 2076, we get a classless society, communism.
Okay.
2084, nature is restored. And
Make sure you're
2088,
still
there's a new
baiting the dark
disease,
crystals.
aging
Make
for
sure
a
you're
few
still baiting the dark
seconds.
crystals.
And then 11 years later, rapid aging defeated.
Okay, everyone meet on C. Mitigation.
In 2100, we
everyone
get an
on C.
artificial sun
C.
that illuminates the dark side of the... What the fuck is the dark side of the Earth? In 2111, people become living robots.
Make sure you
Then
know
there's
what
a
myths
small
you're using
war.
for Ultimate Relativity's
Hungry
actual
gets
cast. It does a
signals
lot
from
of damage.
space.
If you need cheat sheets
Then we
for
get
the Ultimate
Atlantis.
Relativity, make sure you have it up on an ultimate
Somehow,
screen.
in 2164, the animals turn half human.
Guys, targetable.
That's quite a plot. Why would they do that? How would they do that? Do we do that to them?
And look at your
I guess
new
we finally
timer.
get like cat girls.
Debuff. Look
Okay,
for
and
the
then
new
we get
north.
a new religion
the
3 years
center
later.
of the
Probably
Y up north.
in no small
is
part
the new
because of the
north.
half-human animals that we've now got living in our world that sprung up out of nowhere. I imagine they probably started the
north?
new religion. Drought. Colony on Mars becomes a nuclear power and demands independence from Earth. When did we... She's leaving out crucial details. So now we have a colony on Mars that's demanding independence from Earth.
Yep, there it goes.
At some point. I guess we abandoned Venus.
We made it to
Oh my
UI,
God,
everyone.
Stop
Congratulations.
2 volcanic
We needed
eruptions.
LB
We
to
now
get
have a
there, but
full
for now,
functioning sea
using
colony.
LB to kill the crystal if we don't have enough damage is fine until we see
Sun
the end of
slowing,
phase 3. At
thermonuclear
this point,
processes, temperature drops.
that is okay. I do need a
Humanity
second.
comes in contact with aliens.
Everyone
something
feel free to
terrible.
take 5 to look at UR. Make sure you understand
And
the cheat sheet if you need
2256, a
to.
spacecraft forgotten on Earth, terrible new disease.
Of course, yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know what
now that
means.
we've seen it,
Is
hopefully
this
people
like
have been
world
using
patch
the
notes? No, the
sim.
fucking
If you
Baba
haven't,
Vanga predictions,
just
which
make sure
apparently
you
people really believe in, which is
know what you're
outrageous. Because she's just wrong about everything, clearly. She predicted World War III in 2010, and yet people still give her credit for everything that happens on the planet, saying she predicted it. In 2271, restart physical constants are changed, so the laws of physics change. You're telling me 200 years from now, the
Wait,
laws
where's
of
that
physics are
cheese?
going to
Did
change.
you send to me?
Why would
I
they
sent
do
it
that?
to you directly.
What
Yeah, that's what I
the
thought.
fuck? And then 2 years later, mixing yellow, white, and black races, new race. Wow, that's Jesus, Baba Vanga. We get time travel in 2288 and new contact with aliens. The sun cools and we're making attempts to light it again. That's actually the plot to a Courage the Cowardly Dog episode when Courage, Eustace, and Muriel go to the sun and change its light bulb. There's a powerful eruption on the sun which changes the force of gravity. So 3797, all life on Earth is killed, but mankind lay the foundations for new life in another stellar system. Assuming she means solar system. But we already have other planets that we've colonized. We've got Mars, apparently. We've got the power to artificially create suns. So, yeah, I'm sure
What happened there? Like at that part?
No idea. It all went to shit at the same time.
Oh.
Everyone got their first mechanic right. The second mechanic did not resolve properly. I can't go into further details. I don't recall because I didn't notice what happened. You are, yes. really. I can't go into further details.
At least we got the first mechanic right, and we didn't just fucking die off for it. Positives and everything. I'm having no types of damage.
If Teeth was here, he probably could.
There's just too much going on. That's why Akami said this is like a...
It's not a perfect bird's eye view, but he uses the zoom so he can see more. That's why he's able to notice more things than most of us.
Oh my god. Akami, I used the zoom to get in closer to my character. I left the normal zoom. Yeah, it's after we did the first mechanic, everything just went crazy. Welcome back.
Actually, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. You actually have time to react a little bit.
Yes, you have plenty of time to react.
Yeah.
I know, like, what is it? What advice was like zone in on your tower, so you know, like, just keep your tower in your eye view every time, so you know where to go. That's why it gives you less stress. Like, I just make sure that I don't have 30 seconds, and that you don't have 30 seconds, Annie, so that way I know like where I'm going since I have to flex for you. Just I think we see it a couple of more times tonight, and then we do Sims for Sunday, and we're fine.
Yes, that is
the only route to take. Oh wait, but on a positive note, guys, this is the most night we've had cursed, and we haven't fucked it up.
Yeah.
Now we probably will.
Curse is going pretty well for Diamond Dust. There are a couple of moments where I was nervous because 2 of the puddles stack in the same spot because someone falls behind again, and so it almost doesn't fade away by the time people are sliding into it.
But we did so well. We haven't seen this much curse in a night ever.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, so basically make sure you look for the Y. The north part of the Y. If you're looking at the Y, directly above it, that's New North. Group 1 is the ones adjusting, so you guys have the most to think about. Basically, if you have 30 seconds or whatever it would be for Southside, for supports it's 30 seconds. So then if you see I have 30 seconds and you have 30 seconds, you go to, let's just say A is North. You would go to 1, I would go to 2. And for Layla and Annie, if you both have 30 seconds, Annie would stay on 1 and Layla would have to go to 2. Luckily for you're only looking at your partner on that spot.
Yeah.
Because everyone has a set spot they would go to.
If you have 30 seconds, you're talking about the purple, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. 30 second, we stack mid and then we go. I would go 1, Layla's 2.
You would know to resolve that. You would know to resolve whatever is occurring based on the debuffs that you have on the specific tower. So you use the 30 seconds to determine what tower you need to zone in for. So like if you are like 1, like if you're 1 and you have the little like eyeball, right? You make sure you're zoning in and you're staring at it. Then if you have like a rewind, you know that's where you need to go. If you have where you need to bait and you see like your tower or your stoplight, I guess would be the correct term, start with like the left and right rotation, you know you would have to bait that there. So that's where you know. And then when we finally reach the 30 seconds, that's where we would go outside. Once it hits like 5 or whatever, once it starts counting down, we go outside to get rid of our defamation and not kill people inside.
Yes, for people who are melees, you can stay as long as 2 seconds. Once it hits 2 seconds, please, for the love of God, just move out and use one ranged attack. It's not a massive explosion, but it is just big enough that if someone is baiting their laser, say, for example, you have your defamation on B, and 2 has to bait their laser close to B, you have a chance of hitting them if you try to greed. You will get at least 1 GCD of downtime, more often than not. I haven't had a moment where I didn't have a GCD of downtime. So stay for until it's about 2 seconds at the latest, move out, blow up, dash back in.
Sorry for my explanation. I'm horrible at explaining stuff.
Also for the defamation, when it says 1 and then the 1 disappears and it just has a debuff, that's when it resolves. Don't dash in too early. Make sure it explodes before you dash in. When I was progging it with people were greeting, trying to make sure they got as much uptime as possible, and they dashed in the moment the 1 disappeared, thinking that's when it was going off, and it goes off slightly after you think it does. But I think we have there is a video in guide. It is a Twitter video. When you're baiting your towers for the lasers, that is how you bait them. It's beautiful. Yeah, no, for real, just sim it, but
and the rewind, you're dropping it like
it depends.
Kind of like right outside where it says.
Okay, don't pull. So for 30 seconds,
I know the rewind, it'll say like out north, right? So am I going fully out north?
Placing your rewind?
Yeah.
For 10 seconds or 20-second ice?
Yeah.
You place it inside of the stoplight. Say, for example, say C is a stoplight. Okay. I would place it right here. If this is the center of the stoplight, I just move slightly in from the stoplight and drop it.
Okay.
For DPS.
Sorry, focus.
Even what Lance is saying is DPS based. For supports ice, you're baiting your rewind out.
And if it's the purple one, like the big axe one, that one, if it's 20 seconds, I should be west.
Yes.
And if it's 30 seconds, I should be doing my northwest.
Yes. And for the rewinds, unless you're a 30-second timer support, you are placing your rewind underneath the light, the stoplight. For supports, if you have 30 seconds, you have a gaze, place your gaze rewind just outside of dead center. So, like, place your gaze right here. So if you have a 30-second in your support, this is where you're placing it, just outside of middle. If you go all the way out to here, you're going to get hit by someone's explosion when they get rewound. So just go slightly out of center. For DPS, it's different. It's not the exact same. Lesbin has the cheat sheet. Does anyone need time to grab the cheat sheet really quick and throw it on a second monitor? If yes, don't ready up. Just ready up when you're good. Okay. All right, let's do back-to-back polls until it's time.
The sim is going to be the best route to go for this if we're not doing because it's a lot of combos, a lot of like things to learn.
Yeah, afterwards we'll go into it and talk about what to do with the sim. For now, let's just get some reps in and try to clean up intermission while we have time. It's spread, by the way. It'll be stuck. One AC stack. Stack.
Positive video for you. Okay, this is gonna probably put a smile on your face. If you guys ever wanted to see an IRL streamer, a real actual degenerate, get their teeth kicked in, I know every day somebody wakes up with a big smile on their face when somebody gets their just desserts. Now, this is a passport, okay? I'm a Canadian, as you can imagine. This is my Canadian travel documentation, okay? Every 10 years, I go to the government. I write out this big, long paper, okay, this big application. I send it into them. I give them some money. And after a couple of weeks, they give me this little document, okay? This belongs to the government, not to me. This allows me to travel across the entire world. If I want to go to the United States, I'm going to need this. If I want to go to Japan, like we're talking about today, I need this. If I want to go to, I don't know, South Korea, I need this.
Sorry,
now, I'm
I was...
a firm believer that you shouldn't be handing these out to anybody that applies, okay? Now, I've noticed recently in the last several years, IRL live streamers, it's kind of like looking at a plane.
Yeah. First tether sat for a long time. Second tether sat for a long
but it's kind of like looking at a train wreck. It's kind of like, you know, slowing your car down and looking at that nasty wreck on the highway. Just because that's just morbid curiosity. That's what human beings do. And that's one of the reasons I watch IRL live streamers, because honestly, I don't think I've ever seen one good IRL live streamer. I would actually want to ask in the comment section below, is there one IRL live streamer that hasn't committed a crime on camera, that hasn't been a nuisance to society, that just hasn't been a degenerate pile of crap? Now, in the world of IRL live streaming, there's, you know, smaller characters like Norm, for instance, who I talked about before. Norm being the guy who went through severe sleep deprivation and all forms of mental torture for a little bit of clout on the internet. He also was involved in the Pump.Fun stuff, where literally you had developers making crypto tokens and committing blatant crimes on camera, okay? Stuff that I can't even show you, all right? It's wild stuff. We live in a wild timeline, ladies and gentlemen. Now, obviously, Norm is pretending to be homeless until he earns 1 million to prove it's easy, with 12 whole viewers watching. One may wonder, wow, is he ever going to really get the whole $1 million? Unless you're looking at an average donation of $90,000 to $100,000 from each fucking chatter, I'm going to straight up say probably not, okay? Probably not. And it's also funny, you know, you always witness these guys who are like, let me make fun of, like, homeless people by just pretending, let me just cosplay homelessness. As if those guys don't already have enough shit to deal with anyways. But obviously, I'm not here to be Captain Kangaroo of the internet. You obviously understand that there's some empathy you should have for somebody that is completely down on their luck. People don't just choose to be homeless. There's a lot of reasons for it. But anyways, Captain Kangaroo shit aside, obviously, Norm out here is going to be sitting there trying to earn a few bucks until he at least proves that it's easy to get out of homelessness when you can become a millionaire just by streaming yourself. And mind you, he's doing this in New York City, being a fucking nuisance. So it's already like, the guy has already made it severely difficult for himself too. He's playing like homelessness on one of the hardest like servers imaginable. But yeah, this is like brain dead stupid shit. And I wanted to start it off as kind of like a palate cleanser, so to speak, before we really get into the meat and potatoes. Something that I saw floating around on the old TikTok here real quick, the old Instagram Reels, the old short form content farms, is you actually have this image right here. Now, I've blurred the section on the left, and I've blurred it because the best way to describe it is a woman is sucking a dildo that is attached to a slot machine in what I assume to be one of the shittiest casinos, just looking at the carpets in Las Vegas, okay? Now, obviously, I did not censor dildo challenge. Now, I don't have to explain what a dildo is. I'm sure some people can figure it out. What is the challenge, so to speak? The challenge is to go in public society and basically commit, I don't even know if this is a crime or not. Like, I don't think attaching a phallic object to stuff and basically doing this doesn't count as public indecency. But just to show you how wild it is, like, you've got this happening on the left, and you've got somebody who's flown in on the right to gamble away their savings right across somebody doing the challenge here. Now, obviously, this is, I don't think this challenge has much merit to it. I just think it's goddamn insane. Just internet-wise, it's insane to see. But, like, you know, at all of it, we're just escalating in things of illegality, right? Like, Norm wasn't really doing anything illegal other than just sitting there and making a fool out of himself, which ain't a goddamn crime. I don't know if the challenge counts itself as a crime, too. We'd have to ask some legal experts about it. But, you know, this character you may recognize, old Johnny Somali. Now, again, you might be like, Muda, why are you giving these people attention? Bro, you can give these people a massive amount of attention, but when they've now involved themselves in a legal situation that potentially doesn't look great for them, you could have a million eyes watching you, but you won't be able to monetize that, nor will you be able to parlay that into some real career down the road. You know, I've spent 10 years on this platform, and if I wanted to get out 10 years later and do things in cybersecurity, I very much could. I could focus on other avenues that I've talked about. This guy has made a public nuisance of himself. There's not much you can do to springboard into something else. So why are we talking about Johnny? Well, Johnny, from what I understand, is if you've been not following up with this, he has basically been in South Korea's attention legally for a while now. And from my understanding, he's not really allowed to leave the country because of pending legal issues. So what he's done is he's basically thrown the remainder of the IRL crew kind of under the bus. Watch this. Japan is a country that Johnny has been banned from.
I want to make this message because I've been gone for a long time. Let me introduce myself if you don't know me already. I am Johnny Somali. I am part of the criminal nuisance live streamer gang called CX.
You know, I'll give this guy something. He's a fucking troll. Now, if you don't know what CX is a internet crack house that is headquartered by Ice Poseidon. You may remember this from like IRL streaming back in like 2016, 2017, like that era when IRL streaming was kind of all the rage. Ice Poseidon was basically like a progenitor of the IRL streamer. Like if it's anything you have to give that guy credit for, he knew how to make an entire genre, and he also knew how to wrangle that genre in for a while. I mean, there was an entire situation with him basically running one of the largest crack mansions in fucking Los Angeles, and that thing basically came down it basically came crashing down. I mean, you had the FBI involved at one point, okay? Super insane shit. So obviously, Johnny has since aligned himself, at least on the internet, with CX. To even which the CX guys were like, no, this ain't us, chief. Because if it's anything the Japanese police are watching, it's this guy and anybody he's connected to. So obviously, at this moment in time, ladies and gentlemen, the kick streamers have decided to jump in and invade Japan and basically make a new.
There is a way to fix that.
Some of them involve people like, obviously, Ice
too many
Poseidon.
Stacks. And you have to damage down from that. When you're
them. I hope they
after you resolve partners or stack or spreads. Go
now,
out
obviously,
on
that's
your
just probably the
and
lighter
wall
clip right there.
That's
Ice Poseidon going up to some random Japanese streamer and basically telling her,
it's
time to insult one of the largest transnational criminal enterprises in the world. Now, there have been streamers who have fucked with the Mexican cartels, for instance, that are no longer with us because, I assume once you start insulting the leadership of one of the most dangerous criminal outfits in the world, an outfit that literally should internationally be designated as a fucking terror organization, that's how dangerous they are. If that costs you your life, nobody's going to be surprised. See, there's a statement called "fuck around and find out." Okay. Now, if you're in the FA phase, okay, which ICE is in, you really pray that you never see the FO phase. Now, a lot of people have said maybe the streamer has no idea what she said. I'm just gonna say it like it is, okay? I'm sure she understands the word Yakuza, okay? All right, I'm sure she knows what the name of one of the leading names of organizations in Japan are, right? The Yakuza is all around and pretty prevalent to this day. Now, obviously, I don't think ICE is in any danger doing this, to be honest with you. It's not like the Yakuza are going to come out and make national headlines by offing a guy. But if you're a native of the country and you just keep antagonizing them, nobody's going to be shocked when you disappear out of nowhere, okay? The Yakuza is not like the Yakuza from, like, Infinite Wealth or, like, a video game. No, they're a pretty scary organization. And if you want to make sure you are above the average life expectancy of your country or the world, you probably don't want to insult people that are really dangerous and really powerful, and they've got resources that are nearly infinite. Now, sometimes a live streamer is confronted by actual human society, and they really don't know what to do at that point. So here's one where a streamer literally starts harassing a staff member at the Sapporo Snow Festival at one of the booths, and a German individual comes in and starts confronting the individual. So watch this.
The next person to come to this vending machine is getting hit with this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This is like a whole block of shit. Do it, I'll drop 100 subs, you know I will. So drop the 100 subs, because I'm gonna do it more now that, yeah, drop the 100 subs. Drop the 100 subs. This dude right here that looks like he's having a nice day. Sue him, son. Okay. Sorry. Hug. Yeah. Sorry.
The Japanese guy just gets hit with the actual snowball. And again, one thing about Japanese society, and I've been to Japan a few times in my life, great country, great people, amazing people actually, you know, some of the nicest people you ever see. I don't know if it's something about Japanese society where even if they're insulted or slighted or like they've got a problem, they usually never mention it to anybody, okay? It's usually like very upfront, very smiley, very cheery. But this guy clearly like throws a snowball at somebody who's just trying to do their job, okay? Now, if this happened in America, if this happened in Canada even, right, like even Canadians aren't this goddamn nice, you might hear a couple slurs thrown at you, okay? And honestly, I'd probably side with the staff member if they decided to do it. He goes in for a hug and the staff member's like, nah, I'm just gonna stay away. I don't want to get the old stabby, if you will, too. Like, this guy's actually a little worried. He's like, is this one of those crackheads I've heard so much about on the internet? Ooh.
Sorry. Gone on my side.
What's wrong with you?
Wait, what?
What's wrong with him? What's wrong with you?
I just threw a snowball.
Yeah, why? Why
do you
in
want
the
me
face? Why in the
to
face of a staff member here?
Do you want me to throw a snowball at you?
So yeah, he gets into it with like an actual individual here, and he's got a right point. Like if the guy's actually bleeding, I believe that actually starts falling into the realm of serious assault, okay? And you can and should be charged with that, okay? Why the fuck would you choose to be a nuisance like this? And again, it's not like the streamer has any shame in this moment. He's like, would you like me to throw one right at you? To which I'm sure the individual here is like, please, please try. Make my day. This guy's already looking like he could tear this dude apart any day.
I'm a tourist.
Yeah, you're a tourist, obviously.
I live here.
Yeah, but why are you using...
Then you should have respect.
Yeah.
I said to him, sorry.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
I said, go Masai, sorry, whatever his language.
No.
Just
maybe
do it.
It's maybe it's maybe good to call the police.
Okay, you call the police. You call the police. Call the police.
Yeah.
Yeah, call them.
Maybe better. Why
Okay,
you,
call them. No.
Why,
I hate when people say that. Call the police.
Why you?
Did I disrespect you?
Yes.
I snowball.
He can't understand.
Bad
lightning fire left.
Snow.
Lightning, right?
This one, bad.
I thought you live here. Why can't you speak in Japanese?
Because I don't learn the language. I just speak in English.
Okay, so you live here, acting like an asshole, and you're throwing, and you.
The cops get called in. And again, the German guy raises a good point. These guys just try to bullshit lie their way out of everything with like the worst charisma checks imaginable. I live here, also I cannot speak the language whatsoever. Like actual trash behavior. And there's a thing too about like being in this situation. Like one thing that I really do hate is like, obviously because this is on social media, things get blown up and people immediately are like, well, I guess everyone of that group is suddenly bad. It's why I always hate like reading stupid like posts where it's like Americans are the worst tourists ever. Chinese people are the worst tourists ever. Canadians are just the nicest people in the world. Bro, you're overly generalizing a group of people. There's obviously bad and good people in every group out there. This guy is just the one terrible fucking person that is probably the representation, unfortunately, on the internet and the world of his group of people. Okay, so I just want to, you know, when I make these videos, I just want to laugh at the individual, and that's pretty much where I kind of leave it at. Obviously, the cops get involved, and yeah, they're just wasting the time of law enforcement officers, and they're wasting the time of, again, you know, basically everyone in this situation. This is just brain dead behavior. Now, one thing that I always like to see is like a fake bravado and like an actual, like, you know, combat situation spark. Now, Japan is a nice country. I've said this already in this video, and I've never in my life seen a street fight in Japan. Okay? To give you an idea of how nice this society is, playing a game like Yakuza is a polar opposite. You know, there was one item in a Yakuza game, I think it's called a charismatic photo, where like if you equip it, every 10 steps, you will engage in a fight. If you've never played Yakuza, do exactly what I told you. Equip this one item, and you will get the exact experience of a Nooses streamer. Everyone and their grandmother will want to get into a fucking fist fight with you because they are just that annoyed. So listen to this shit.
Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my stuff. Don't touch my stuff. Fucking dumbass.
So again, going to any bar, they just get kicked out of it. They're always getting into fights at a bar because they're being nuisances. So at this moment in time, this one streamer just starts off and literally has an actual assault happen to them on camera.
Get the out of here, bro. Super beta male.
What? He's a what? A beta male? I want you to remember that word, okay? I want you to remember, because the next minute is not going to be too kind to this man. Karma will strike.
Come on, Japan. Like, is this how it is out here? What the What are you doing? Yo, what the
Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, in the streets of Sapporo, what has happened is the average Japanese person started grabbing bottles and are now attacking the individual. You know, every time I read about places like London, everyone's like, oh, mate, you might get stabbed in old London. Might be scary. But in Japan, they're chasing at you with bottles. This guy said the word beta male, right? Now, exactly a few minutes later, he's running away. He's getting chased. He's getting chased by a level 30 raid boss, dude. This is just insanity. What is this?
He's going.
And of course, obviously, it leads to further altercations in this situation. And this whole stuff kind of happens for the next few minutes. Where, yeah, again, it's full karma. You called a guy a beta male, you pissed him off, and he chases you. And immediately, I had a moment, you know, much from the show Boondocks, when Thugnificent goes out and says, I wonder what he did to make them so mad. Because how do you piss off a Japanese person just minding their own business to the point where they're just straight chasing you down the streets? Now, I'm going to assume this guy is a South Asian, whether it be Pakistani, Bangladeshi, or Indian. And I'm just going to say it for the record. All right, I don't care. This man should absolutely be deported from Japan. 100%. No questions asked, okay? Not only should he be deported from Japan, but he should be made stateless by the country that he is being deported to.
Several percent.
This man should spend the rest of his life in an airport, okay? Basically sucking off crumbs for crying out loud.
Make sure to
so according to the good old-fashioned green text context tool for me, basically what happened in this situation was apparently these streamers invited a girl at a bar to something known as a love hotel. Now, for anybody who's too young to understand what a love hotel is, it's a place you go to fuck for an hour, okay? Now, this alone is kind of shitty to do anyways, or it just shows some low-class behavior. And then, of course, politely is told by the boyfriend to not say that shit to his girlfriend. Now, this is where I said Japanese people are really nice. If you said this shit in, like,
you gotta stay by your
America or something, you get popped in the face. Simple as that. Nobody would even blame the
person.
I
go between crystals like this because
so he tells the boyfriend, no, she's my girlfriend.
Everyone's crystals.
Who? Gangster grabs his phone, tells them to.
If you're further out than the
starts taking off his jacket like he's ready to fight.
You're too far
then gets jumped outside. 100%
no, that was
deserved.
because I got a giant
now,
circle.
I don't know if that green text is entirely accurate. Maybe this guy.
No, I couldn't go near my crystal.
Completely innocent.
I was going to drop it on
like
4 of them.
Millions of dollars. Okay, I would wager my ass, even my left nut, that this man is absolutely not innocent in any of this. I'm pretty sure the boyfriend in this stuff may be 100% in the right. No, obviously, the whole point of all this, ladies and gentlemen, is these people are making travel notoriously annoying.
Please,
and it's to the point where, like, you know, nuisance streamers, even if you're in like the city of Sapporo, people will say, right, like nuisance streamers in Hokkaido. Aside from the ones making headlines, there's a few other groups of nuisance streamers in Hokkaido now. Their content is drama, and they're purposely going around causing issues with businesses and
that's how I did it. That's how.
Which, to be fair, I wouldn't even say that content is
it really
drama.
helps.
It's just straight up
once
harassment.